In this video, you'll learn how not to make a no-budget horror movie. In 2009, we made a no-budget zombie horror movie, and it was terrible. Yet, we learned a lot. Here is a video we shot a few years back, never released it. Me and Dan go over what we did wrong, mostly what we did wrong, on Massacre Hill, our no-budget zombie horror movie. This is a commentary, but it will be chopped up a bit, but it's pretty in-depth, and we talk about things we learned and things we would have done differently. Hope you enjoy.
I actually kind of like this stuff. Was this not the last stuff we shot?
This is probably this was probably shot in 2009.
Shot in my apartment here. I remember we had just used the natural light coming in, which just looked really good.
Actually, the best stuff in the movie, I think. Really,
I think.
What's
the makeup stuff? That's some very low budget sort of makeup effects.
It's a little over the top.
I was gonna say about the makeup and those bandages and stuff. Like he's got like blood all over him and stuff. I don't know. Like it. I don't really understand. Like he's constantly leaky or something. That's like some atrocious miniature effects. I have no idea what I'm looking at there. There's a lot of.
It's very, very quick at the start. Again, that's one thing I've learned a lot with editing is you gotta kind of let some things like breathe sometimes.
I don't mind that effect. Like the ideas there, like that's.
Can we explain this effect here with this guy here?
We all kind of like every one of us kind of like laid down in the same spot, and it was all locked off shot. And like one side there, the eyeball of my wife, but it was all just cut together, right? Like there's one half's like my face,
Krista's
eyes there, and then someone's mouth, and it was all sort of put together.
So we kind of
it's so like creepy. It's so bizarre.
I don't really know why we did that exactly, but
that was something that we just had to do. Like I don't know.
You think we had to do that?
No. It was just no. It was like something that was just like for whatever reason. It was just like. And the voice, this is very like a Darth Vader sort of character. So like Krista's face, my wife's face, my face, and I think, well, maybe your chin, but why would it matter? Because we've got similar chins. And then you're mouthing the words, and then the voice is actually Blaise Kolodechuk, a filmmaker from Calgary, independent filmmaker from Calgary. Check out his stuff. He's very prolific. He makes a movie, 2-3 features a year. Like, it's crazy. But that's his voice. It's just so over the top. Like I don't like everything. Just it's so bizarre. It's just such a weird opening. What would you say we did wrong with this
opening scene, sort of?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happens.
Oh, and as you can see in that, like I like this title, but there is some kind of interlacing issues. Man, this is something that we battled for years. Like, well, we shot in 2006, or we shot most of the movie summer of 2006. And then a lot of pickups for probably right up to the end. So this movie took 3 years to make, and I don't know. What do you think? 3 years to make this? Like, it's kind of like.
Well, it's just.
I like this shot. The leaky kind of shots down here. This is actually a comp shot of green. It's the sludge coming down on green screen on a green poster board, like just gravity, like it was held up. And then it was matted into that ground shot.
That actually worked.
It worked well. Kind of like this ooze had like a life of its own. Mm-hmm. There is a lot of these kind of things like that. That obviously
that needed some extra work.
A lot of these effects needed extra work.
This is the first time. First time I ever used After Effects was on this movie. I think some of the effects work. After Effects work. Does work. There's probably a couple shots that I'm okay with. Most of it's pretty bad, but you just learn, right?
It's very hard to fix something that you don't have on paper. Get your story down, know the beats, make it amazing on paper. And if you make it amazing on paper, it make it hard to F up. Like our script was, I don't know, but it wasn't very long, but that's not necessarily wrong. Having a short script, like you can still have, like you could have.
That's one of my I think that almost pulled off, like that little broken jaw After Effects guy.
How about that one?
Yeah, this is very that's like a Raiders Lost Ark shot.
We just kind of like
We threw out a lot of
got
stuff,
all the
like-
effects shots that we liked in movies and sort of tried to crib them.
Yeah,
Like-
that one with the melty face was clearly like from Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I think it actually worked okay. If we meld it together with a proper shot with the little skeleton, the guy, better, I think it would have worked better.
I think this stuff's all right coming out.
That's stuff that we shot like before we like really shooting the teaser footage.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the zombies were just me and Dan, just duplicated.
Like that's just clearly a miniature shot, but it's just like it didn't work.
The thing about miniatures we love miniatures and old practical effects. We try to do as much as we can on this. But I mean, with miniatures, it's an art. Like you have to we'll still try to do miniatures, but you really got to work with the proper stuff.
Well, there's like focal lengths and stuff you got to work with. Can't just shoot a miniature and think it's going to look good. To be honest, we thought we could, have a couple like set pieces written, and the rest is like guys running around in the woods getting chased by zombies.
Yeah,
and that's what we were kind of. That's what we ended up with
Yeah.
kind of basically me running around in the woods, getting chased by zombies and stuff. It is what's on the page. See, there's some bad interlacing there. So what would you say overall, like we spent on this? Like what was the budget of this movie? $1,000?
Yeah, we spent about $1,000 on that.
$1,000 and we made it look like 500.
Yeah, pretty much. What's something? This is actually one of the rare dialogue sequences.
Yes, this movie has like very little dialogue.
Remember why this scene is like so clunky, kind of like edited together? Do you know why? Remember?
Yes. Okay. So Spencer is one of the leads. He plays Cohen in this, and I play Ben. Yeah, Spence was around and he was hanging out and helping us out with this movie in our first couple days of shooting. But we were kind of like, we had the idea of have this another buddy of ours to play Cohen. So we basically we had Spence, but he wasn't around, the other guy yet. But he would be.
Basically, we cast him without actually knowing if he was going to come or not.
Yeah. So and then Spence would kind of shemp, would body double for scenes that we were eventually going to shoot with this other guy, but then we're like, oh, whatever, we'll just have Spence.
So like the guy behind the tree, you can barely see it here, but is actually Spence.
Body
doubling,
shemping.
Eventually would be himself.
Yeah. So
that's something. Just get your cast.
In order.
And we've always used friends in movies, and there's always been a thing where don't use friends and stuff. The thing is you can use your friends.
Yeah, if they're good actors.
If they're good actors, and there's also a lot of with directing and stuff, you can actually get some good performances even out of just non-actors. So I don't believe in making movies and stuff is supposed to be fun, and you don't want a bunch of jerks part of your movie just because they're good actors. Surround yourself with good people and good good actors. But make sure that you want to hang out with them too. That's we're always really key with that. We don't we wouldn't sacrifice maybe a slightly better actor, but if he's a total dink, right? Yeah. So that's surround yourself with good people.
Well, that's you're playing. Look at us. We're running around in the woods getting chased by zombies. Come on.
Yeah.
Can't take it too serious.
No.
We did a lot of that, the body doubling and the shemping in this. People weren't available, but we wanted them, so we kind of would get their shoulder in the shot, but it would be played by Spence, because he was around for most of the shoot. He kind of he shemped actually a few others. He plays a cult member in this. Before we dyed his hair. So there's Spence. There's blonde Spence as a cultist in this, and I think he plays another buddy too. He plays a few zombies.
Yeah,
but basically,
there's probably 10 people in this movie.
Yeah, there's only
maybe
it's only 10 people in this movie, but you got to make do with what you have.
Yeah, this is kind of a confusing sequence. This was all shot at different times, and it was a kind of a tough edit.
We had some issue. I could see already. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, and there is a lot of like this shot's like night and this shot's day. Like there's a lot of like
Crossing times.
Yeah, I mean, I know I could see they're trying to do. We're just like starting experimenting with like color correction and stuff.
Yeah.
And looks. Again, this is all very like beginning stuff.
Really shot most of the movie like in 8 days.
Yeah.
It was kind of 8 day chance. We took vacation off together.
Yeah.
We got to talk about this. So, the whole
again, it's a lot of stuff happening. A lot happening.
That's the problem. I think not like a lot of stuff just kind of like nothing really happens for a long time, but then something would happen,
and it's very quick,
and it's
you're
super
like,
quick. It's like you really gotta. I think that's one thing we've really learned is like you really gotta make it breathe a bit, like and don't throw too much stuff, like all of like, and especially even the edit. That's always a classic thing when you start editing movies and stuff. Is everything's I got these cool angles. So
here you go.
I gotta put every angle in.
Here's blonde Spence.
Yeah, but I gotta put every angle in, like the cutting, right?
Yeah.
And you really don't like just make it make sense and make it clear, concise. Like on that, like I had no idea what's going on there.
No.
I directed the movie.
Yeah.
I edited it too. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and even Stovall, remember he comes back for some reason and he's like on fire. I mean, we tried a lot, tried to do something with that, but I don't know. Oh yeah, we matted the face on there. We rotoscoped the face on that burning.
Yeah.
And we swung it on a swing. That's why it moved. Remember?
Yeah.
We tried, right? But just because he tried doesn't make it awesome.
I like some of the editing here is good because like we had my actual arm kind of like there.
Dan's character has no arm for the rest of the movie here.
But the arm is like when it's animated, it's obviously my arm, and then we sort of just comped out a bit of like this, like the part here.
Yeah.
But then for like the wide shot, it was actually just like a little dummy arm we use, like this one.
Yeah.
Like I think the editing is actually not bad here. And then see, that's my arm. Then that's now the dummy arm.
Spence had to rotate. He had to switch the hand because he was using the wrong hand.
Oh yeah, this actually we actually worried about a continuity.
This is Dan's hand, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's like
I think that's
like cleverly edited. Like
and then he's got like I remember we just had sticks for fingers on the wide shots. Yeah.
This is actually a green screen shot because we went.
That was shot
for whatever reason we didn't shoot that shot in the summer when we were outside, and then it was all snow on the ground and stuff. So we shot it against green screen, and then we comped in a background.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like this is clearly like a huge homage to like an Evil Dead thing, right?
That whole sequence.
It's almost like to the point. I remember talking to Spence about it, and I'm like, he's like, "Oh, that's not a ripoff," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, like the arm like is like moves around and stuff when it's separated from Dan." He's like, "Oh, I didn't read it like that. Yeah, that's a complete ripoff." But you always, especially with your first stuff, you always like homage like things that you love, right? So, we got some.
We did. There's so much comping in this. It's incredible. Like
the car,
like things
that driving in the forest, like
we're like creating scenes in After Effects.
Well, that was a still frame of a truck.
Yeah, and it wasn't the still frame.
There's nothing in that shot that was live.
Yeah, and then we animated the trees going by.
Bad. So that's the thing. It's if you I don't know.
Get as much in camera as possible.
I mean, get as much camera on camera, and if you're watching this and like you're a fan of movies and like making movies and stuff, try to do as much practical as possible. What do you think?
Just trying to get as much in camera as possible.
Yeah.
Right? I mean that's a taste.
That involves like a practical thing too.
But that's
like
a taste. Kind of that's a taste thing. Though. Yeah. Like some people like.
That's true.
They said we just grab anyone.
This is actually a homemade crane shot here.
It's not bad.
And I heard it was made out of a giant swing, an old swing.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think Steve made it.
Moog made it?
Yeah. He was probably like 14 at the time.
Oh, yeah.
No, he would be 20. Yeah, 16.
This is where I shoot my girlfriend?
You look like a baby there.
I know.
And there's like no sound here. Like it's very little. Like there was the audio design, the sound design was obviously done by us, and it was like just not well done. You got to fill this in a bit.
Yeah, some of it's all right.
That's supposed to be some sort of axe cut there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of some kind of wound, but it looks like just like some glob of mud or something. Which I think that's probably what it was. Yeah, we just grab anyone and throw these paint suits on them.
And they were cult leaders.
Yeah.
Or cultists. That's you on the table.
I think it is.
Why did we do that?
Oh, because I just don't think we had all the cultists there when Spence was there. I don't think anyone was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just on Spence's shot. No one's there. It's just us. I liked the lighting on Spence's shot there. I mean, pretty simple, but I don't know, I like it.
I don't mind some of the lighting actually. Some of the natural lighting. I mean, I think we most of the time it was accidental.
Oh yeah,
Getting it great, or I wouldn't say it's great, but
this is some stuff shot way later. I remember because like my hair's all long and weird and slicked back and stuff. And then we had this weird wide angle lens on it, but it's kind of cool. It's like this kind of delirium, like it looks like a music video. I'm like talking to myself.
Talking trash.
This is where I'm gonna get a loopy.
Oh yeah, we have that.
I think the loss of the blood thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is a crazy movie. It's crazy. It's like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, none of it really makes sense.
I'm still proud of this movie, that we actually did it and finished it. Learned a ton. Like, I always say that. Like, in a weird way, this is sort of like our film school.
Yeah.
To actually finish something.
This shot and then that shot are like done quite a bit apart. Spence is just acting to one of us, and then Jeff's just acting to one of us. But
we did it a lot in this movie.
Yeah, there was a ton of that in this movie, and some of it works, some of it doesn't.
Would you recommend doing it that way? I mean, if you
sometimes it's just kind of like, you know, you get people together and you know, like schedules and stuff, and sometimes I think at a certain level, like our very like no budget level, you know, like sometimes you kind of have to do that.
I noticed in here that something we did kind of weird and wrong is actually we crossed the line there somehow. Like it was fine before, and then see, now it's back to normal, which is fine.
Just for like one line.
That's actually one thing you run into problems when you shoot people on different times, is that you crossing the line is really easy to do. But also on that scene is we're very what they used to call dragnet cutting, which is just like, hey,
guy talks.
Hey Dan.
Cut. Other guy talks.
And you really it works for, I mean, it works for dragnet, but what you want to have what they call like L cuts. All it is just like, say I'm talking, hey Dan, how's it going? But like while I'm doing my speech or whatever, like actually cut back to Dan's reactions, like hearing that, and then go. You don't have to do it just on each cut, like each line.
Most of the time, reactions are actually more important than what's actually being said. Like, how's the person reacting?
Yeah,
and
they say that with acting, it's more about reacting. That's kind of like an acting thing that I've heard.
Again, I killed my girlfriend again.
You killed her like twice in this movie. This was shot a little bit later too. Probably like 2008.
Yeah, probably 2 years later.
You know, because we needed more zombie stuff.
Well, that's the thing. We kind of padded the movie out with more running around in the woods.
I don't mind this killing
zombies.
This was actually kind of one of my favorite. I don't know why.
With the piece of like a.
But again, we had that CG blood. Let's talk about CG blood.
Man, we had a lot of like practical blood. It's like like blood on set kind of stuff.
But not a lot of shooting.
But any kind of like when the guns like burst and the blood, most of that's like comped in, and a lot of it isn't like seamlessly. That's the thing we definitely have gotten better with, like making effects look a little more seamless, like in at least After Effects and stuff.
I mean, you could have made those look great, like if we
blood spurts, like
but I mean, it's still just not the same as like in the right lighting, because like look how like that blood there looks great compared to like the little stupid effect coming off of Krista there. We love digital effects. We do a lot of compositions, comping of like, you know, adding like matte painting kind of stuff, or
set extensions,
a little bit of like just adding things like the blood the spurts and stuff. But what you really want to do is really make sure either you or whoever's going to do your effects can do it. Don't just like shoot it and go and hope for the best. Just, you have to know if you can actually pull it off. And what we kind of use our strengths now. Like, we're not the best After Effects people or like effects people, but we've learned a lot. but we don't just go, oh, we'll just fix it in post.
Yeah.
You
You have to know that you have to know that you can fix it in post.
There's actually very specific ways to shoot effects to make it easier to actually put the effect in, if that makes any sense. But in this movie, we sort of learnt as we went, and I mean, that's still great. It's still a good idea to do, but I really highly recommend just doing to your strengths. That's kind of like what I'm trying to get at. You didn't really try to hide the can loops on that.
Some of the sound on there is pretty good. Like when the clunk of the rock against the back of the head sounded good. There is some sound design that's okay in this. It was getting there.
I like how his head was under the gun, so it was easier to just
Yeah. So he smashes through his head.
It's a twisted mind that actually made this movie.
Oh yeah.
Twisted hive mind. This is kind of a technique we used here that I think we actually pulled off okay. Is we didn't have any. We're supposed to have sort of almost an army here, and we just had people sort of run in front of the camera really close.
Yeah.
To make it, but it was really just the same person.
I thought that actually kind of worked.
And we just kind of went back and forth. Oh, and this was a shot well later too. Maybe about a year later.
This is one of our last things we shot.
Yeah, maybe 2008 even. So this is kind of where the cultists make their drugs.
Yeah.
Do we know that they're making drugs now?
Yeah, I think so. It's that scene where Spence is like this, and then Jeff's
we didn't really this is kind of added on. I don't mind this stuff actually.
It's all right.
It's I like kind of
again, sort of I guess to kind of pad out this movie to make it 70 minutes.
I'm holding some kind of weird. Oh, this is the bearded guy. It's so random. We needed more. Oh, this is a bad After Effects shot here.
See, too much lingering.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been really cool. I actually remember the footage we used is actually a pillow. Remember, a really old pillow, and we cut it in half, and it actually looked really good, but we kind of just messed it up. It was there.
Yeah, there's just too much lingering.
Yeah.
Man.
It's
it's frustrating. I think it's because you do spend time on it, right? So it's just there's kind of that feeling. This is especially if you're editing your own stuff, you're kind of more inclined to use more of it. So that's one of the hindrances of editing your own stuff. You know what the time going into it. Yeah, there's actually that's a decent. Some of that stuff actually worked in this because it's a lot easier to make a very little seam.
Yeah.
Is kind of that cloning technique. That's a lockdown shot.
It's just kind of a weird, bizarre scene here.
I like that with the light flickering and stuff.
He's getting a saw. He's gonna saw the zombie up.
Another effect that just
so weird. And that's actually Tanya, right? Tanya, and she really wanted to be in the zombie.
Yeah, she wanted to.
And so we made this little mechanism where she shot a gun with her mouth. But we should have showed the mechanism better. We should have had an insert of it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really make any sense. She loved it though. She loved getting.
I like that actually. The little
animation.
Did you do that?
I think it was just an animation. Yeah.
See, there's another lingering effect shot.
It's just too, and we tried to do too much. You didn't need that. You didn't even need Kurt's face on there. I don't think.
Well, yeah.
God. It just looks weird.
I mean, he's clearly just a foam head.
So that's Tyler buried to make it look like he's got no
ripped
legs.
in half.
I don't know why we didn't make his guts come out better.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some bad After Effects stuff. The blood spurts were really I don't know what we were thinking on that. Better just not to have them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most bizarre sequence in the movie. That saying from you've seen before where Dan's arm gets ripped off really weirdly. You know what I mean? It's still the weirdest. It's still the weirdest scene.
Yeah. So my character, he finds
Cohen, Spence's character.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly that's what that's supposed to represent.
Get away from him.
And this was shot way later too.
Oh yeah, this is one of the stuff shot in 08.
So you think the idea would be good, get better?
Oh, it doesn't get better.
Again, this is the kind of a script problem. With the we're trying to just sort of pad it out. You got really long hair too, so make sure your hair lengths are similar. Sometimes you just it's unavoidable, but try the best.
Well, just shooting over a long period of time.
It's supposed to be sort of like the heartfelt part of the movie. It's talking to a corpse. Clearly dead. You fix it up. But I don't know why we didn't like try to make it look like something. I don't know.
It's just don't get it.
It just looks like a foam head.
The thing is, I like it crazy. Like, if anything, I would want this movie to be more crazy.
Yeah.
But like, it'd be nice to like, some of the stuff like looks actually half decent.
Yeah. Oh, that's a green screen zombie.
That's a green screen zombie.
Flying across. It looks almost like the prequels or like the special edition Star Wars. This guy's just.
Wow.
You were really distraught. You were more distraught over the corpse of Cohen getting caught by a zombie. Make sure you have a feature-length idea. Like, I don't know if this is even a feature-length idea.
It is.
But there's no real idea there, though. Like, really. Like, there's not. It really is just a zombie movie. Which,
yeah.
I mean, you can make those 90 minutes, no problem. Just throw some zombies in. But, like, is it going to be engaging? I would say this is sort of like a weird, not quite a feature idea. But it's probably more like a half an hour idea. That was almost there, that After Effects shot. It was like...
Jeez, almost.
I'd like to take it... That was kind of... I mean, I know it didn't work amazing, but the idea around that effect was actually kind of cool. Remember, you were actually on... You were on the ledge of our deck at Dad's house. And it was actually really high, like pretty high. And we had a full green screen. Mm-hmm. And so we just replaced the green screen with...
the cliff.
Yeah. Actually, like, some of the behind the scenes of this would actually be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. This stuff was shot, I think, a little later.
Slightly later, not much later.
Oh, and it's Krista again.
You shoot her again? You shoot her 3 times? Shoot her 3 times.
Third time's a charm.
Oh, no. You hit her with that little stick earlier. We thought we were so clever with the cellar. Like, that's the way they thought cellar was spelled.
I guess so.
This is actually kind of neat sequence.
I don't know what it is about like those shots where you open something and you're looking down on something. I love those shots. Like, that's my favorite shots in movies. Like the trunk opening up. And
I don't
you look
quite
down.
get this here. They'll play like patty cake and stuff. And like Katie, those are both they're 2 Kristas and 2 Katies.
Cloned shot. Krista and Katie here, and then they just moved over here, and then we just cut it down the middle and cloned them.
Now I think you shot this by yourself.
I did.
This is sort of like a kind of an ambitious like idea. Like, we wanted this kind of like obviously a big kind of attack. We just didn't have anybody. So this again, like Spence, Krista.
Yeah, the go-tos.
It's kind of hidden a bit. That's why Spence has his like eyes covered.
Because he's been seeing too much this movie. Oh, there's another green screen. Those are called prequel zombies. From now on, prequel zombies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I really wish we didn't do the digital blood. I don't know why.
Again, there's a lot of sequences in this movie that could have
been cool.
Like, they come from like a
good heart, a good place. Like, it was the idea was there. This is like really hard to watch. Like, and
why?
Like roast it.
I'm trying. It's really hard to roast it.
Well, it's not hard to roast it. It's easy. It's hard to show people it, I think. So that was like on that crane. That
you can see it in the shot.
Yeah, it's not
to the far right there.
So make sure cranes are out of the shot.
Yeah. I just remember that crane was just like really heavy.
Yeah. So this is like literally like a giant puppet we made. Mm-hmm. It would have been cool if we kind of like took a little bit more time with it and stuff. And, I mean, we did a little bit of subtle After Effects there that actually I don't mind it. They're not terrible.
Like, what is this guy?
I don't know, some giant really. He's got these weird like plastic blade hands for some reason. It's so weird. And we couldn't get him to walk, so we just sort of like pretended that he's walking. A lot of POVs and stuff. Oh, he's got pool noodles for arms. Remember that?
Yeah.
So they bent a bit.
Yeah. My lord.
Holy. And he like, I think he like ripped his arm right off. That's actually like, that stuff that we found that was kind of cool is we covered a lot of stuff in that It's like duck foam.
Oh yeah.
We use that a lot, and it actually works really well. Like for like kind of weird fleshy, radioactive flesh.
Yeah. Don't put it on your skin or anything.
No,
Obviously.
no. We just used it for like, things like that.
For props and stuff, but not for like actual on your face or anything like that, or on in your skin or at all.
I like the whole fog coming up there. It's just like, do you really need it? Like, hey guys, we gotta check out you gotta see this terrible blood splat coming out. Seamless.
I just chuck his chuck his corpse. There's a bad miniature helicopter.
Well, it's not bad. It's just badly done.
Again, I think it's probably Spence as the cultist. I like this shot, like the depth in that shot.
Yeah,
Right?
we didn't have a lot of there's a lot of close-ups in this movie.
Yeah, but that it worked.
Oh no! Scramble, get that flower back in there. I actually think that worked. Not the guy
With
Tim.
like the scream and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Not the guy Tim. Like there's a guy that goes like this.
Yeah, he falls over like.
I think it's you as that guy.
Was it me?
The front guy.
Again, this is like lingering on the effects a little too long.
Yeah, but this I thought that actually turned out okay. I mean that like suit of goo like.
It's actually kind of a funny line.
I don't really get that effect shot. I was like, I don't know what's
You better
going
have a
on.
fire. You better have a fire waiting for me.
That's actually Mario Xavier.
And who's Mario Xavier?
He works on film in I think Florida area.
Oh yeah. Still does?
Yeah.
I don't mind this stuff. Like, although like the makeup, I wish it was just a little more crusty.
Yeah.
Like and less fresh. Because he's supposed to be here for a while. Unless he's like, I don't know, maybe he's more of like a psychiatric ward or something where he maybe
he's a zombie.
No, but maybe he got like violent, and then that's why he's got like fresh wounds that's been like reopened or something. I don't know. There you go, Massacre Hill.
So what do you think? 9 out of 10?
9 out of 10.